We're good to go. Hi, everybody. Thank you all for coming. It's really exciting to see people in person. I don't get to do that often. We're always on Zoom, so it's nice to see you all. And it's great to be here to celebrate our graduates and our continuing award winners. So this is our 20th anniversary celebration of the Laurel Awards, which we are super excited about. My name is Stacey Evans. I am the University Director for Language and Literacy Programs, which means I oversee adult education across the university. And it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Alicia Alvero, who is Associate Vice Chancellor of Academic Effectiveness and Innovation. Dr. Alvero began her academic career at Queens College in 2003 as a professor of organizational behavior management. During her time as Associate Provost for Academic and Faculty Affairs at Queens College, she was responsible for the Center for Excellence in Teaching, Learning, and Leadership, the Office of Graduate Studies Overall Curriculum Management, the Office of Student Advocacy and Appeals, and all interdisciplinary and ethnic studies programs. Now, as a senior leader in the Office of the Executive Vice Chancellor and University Provost, Dr. Alvero serves as a liaison with all 25 CUNY colleges and is responsible for major strategic priorities. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Alvero.
Thank you, Stacey. Good afternoon. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the 20th celebration of the Peter Jennings Laurel Award scholarships. I'd like to take a minute to share a lesson with all of you, a lesson that very few people ever learn and even fewer live by its example. It's a lesson about a magical three-letter word. A word so powerful that it alone can transform the meaning of any sentence. Sentences such as, I cannot do math. I do not read well. I am not smart enough. I do not have what it takes to succeed. That magical word is yet. I cannot do math yet. I do not have what it takes to succeed yet. As I stand in this room, it is evident that each and every one of you award recipients embody the transformative power of this remarkable word in all that you do. You have faced insurmountable obstacles and you have persevered to obtain your high school equivalency diplomas. And CUNY is so proud to welcome you into the family of college degree-seeking students. As a proud mother and CUNY alum, I can tell you what an amazing family it is. As you strive for continued growth and success, so does CUNY. We recently announced our strategic roadmap for the next 7 years. We aim to be a national leader in providing access to higher education for our diverse student population. We set high enrollment and retention goals, and we are developing and implementing a system-wide transfer experience that enables students to move seamlessly and successfully between and within the CUNY system. We will be increasing the pipeline of students of color and other represented groups entering graduate and professional programs. We will improve our ability to boost student outcomes and eliminate academic equity gaps with innovative curriculum and support for our world-class staff and faculty. These are just a few of the goals that we have set and that we will achieve over the next 7 years, all because we will never stop aiming for the greatness that each and every one of you deserve. The fact that you have reached this moment tells me a lot about your skills and qualities. First, you've made good use of your talents and made smart decisions to see yourselves through this moment and to plan for the next step. Second, you've shown courage. You enrolled in an adult learning program. You set a goal of earning your high school equivalency diploma. You achieved that goal, and you decided to move even further on the path of education. Third, your resilience and determination have been tested, and you've passed with flying colors. You've shown persistence, commitment, and strength. And now you're here. And I'm sure there are many people you would like to thank. So I'd like to take a minute and have all of us express our profound gratitude to the family, the friends, program directors, faculty, and loved ones who are here today, whether in person or in spirit, for their unwavering support and commitment. So to all of you. You have been a part of CUNY since enrolling in your adult education program. And on behalf of CUNY, I'd like to thank you for continuing your journey with CUNY and for believing in us. As much as we believe in you, we are honored to partner with you as you pursue your dreams. I offer my heartfelt congratulations to each of you, and I'd like to ask that you never forget one thing. While you may not have your CUNY degree yet, there's no doubt in anyone's mind that you each have what it takes to achieve this goal. Felicidades and congratulations.
Thank you, Alicia. It's really great to hear about the university's goals and to hear how the work of adult education aligns with those goals and how the university's goals support the work that we're doing in our adult ed program. So it's really wonderful to hear that from you. The Laurel Awards were created in 2003. In 2006, they were renamed in honor of Peter Jennings, preeminent award-winning journalist and anchor of ABC's World News Tonight. Jennings rose to international success covering breaking news from around the world. Many people don't know that Mr. Jennings didn't finish high school. He often spoke about the value of education and took great pleasure in connecting with students who, like himself, weren't able to earn their high school diploma the first time around. There are many reasons that students leave school before completion. And while everyone has a different story, I've found that adult learners share an understanding of some basic truths. When we feel respected, when we feel safe, when we feel that people care about us, it's a lot easier to do the challenging and risky work of learning and growing and achieving. You've taken on those challenges and you've succeeded, and we all congratulate you. We also acknowledge and thank our HSE program teams, the directors, counselors, case managers, tutors, office staff, and of course, all of our superb teachers. Our teachers are dedicated, gifted educators who support student success by creating learning environments that allow students to flourish. I extend that same acknowledgement and thanks to the adult literacy team in the central office, Eric Appleton, Kate Brandt, Leah Clay-Human, Mark Truskowski, Felicia Jacobs, Arnita McKinley, Joan Stern, and Ramon Tercero. You all do so much to create and maintain excellent instructional and program practice here in the city and across New York State. We are, of course, especially grateful to Kayce Freed Jennings, Peter Jennings' wife, she's a renowned television journalist and reporter. And we are grateful to her for continuing her husband's legacy by her presence and participation at today's ceremony and for her contribution through the Peter Jennings Foundation in support of the Scholarship Fund. I'm going to step away for 1 second because I forgot a prop. Years ago, when I worked in an adult ed program, we had a student who became a public speaker. She gave a lot of talks in the community and at conferences and stuff. She was always incredibly nervous, like I am now. My ears are burning. I'm so nervous. But the thing that I loved that Guadalupe would do every time she got super nervous, she would tell the audience that she was nervous. And she said that it helped her calm down. It doesn't always help me, but I'm telling you that I'm nervous. So today I want to give special recognition and thanks to Ramon, who is the manager of the Peter Jennings Scholarship Program. Ramon works hard year after year, organizing the ceremony and helping scholarship winners through the process to ensure that each can claim their award quickly and without difficulty. On this 20th anniversary of the Laurel Awards, we honor Ramon for all the work he's done for scholarship winners and to make this event a success and a highlight of the program year. Please join me in thanking Ramon. And Ramon, please come up and accept this token of our appreciation. I was doing such a good job hiding it from him that I forgot to bring it up myself. Now we come to the heart of today's ceremony, our keynote address from Kayce Freed Jennings and the acknowledgement of the students receiving the 2023 Laurel Awards. Kayce Freed Jennings is a journalist by trade who in recent years turned advocate for girls' education as a founder of Girl Rising, a global nonprofit. Previously, Kayce was a producer for ABC News based in London, Atlanta, and New York, where she covered international and national news events for virtually every news division broadcast. She later co-founded the documentary group, an independent production company. She currently serves on the board of WIN, New York City's largest provider of shelter for homeless families, and SOLA, the world's only boarding school for Afghan girls. She also sits on the Bridgehampton Child Care Center's advisory board and Girl Rising's advisory council. Please welcome Kayce Freed Jennings.
Well, thank you. And Raman, I'm so happy, Raman, that you got that award because you so deserve it. You've just kept this thing going and stayed on top of it for so many years. And it's, I think it's thanks to you that it is what it is. So thank you. I'm going to speak mostly to you guys today, so sorry if I'm ignoring the rest of you, but it's this front row that really matters here. First of all, I want to thank you guys for doing what you're doing. Thank you for the example you're setting, the inspiration you're offering, and the hope that you reflect. You're what makes this city and this country what it should be and what we want it so much to be. You're a wonderfully diverse group. Your ages range from 21 to 53. You're from 4 continents, 10 countries: Nigeria, St. Lucia, Togo, Nepal, Ghana, Pakistan, Honduras, Yemen, Mexico, and next door, the Bronx, which isn't a country, but it could be one. You're studying to be nurses, environmental scientists, accountants, teachers. And gosh, I hope you feel proud today and that you deeply, deeply understand what an achievement this is. Not just earning these scholarships, but making that original, courageous choice to put your doubts aside and go after your high school equivalencies despite all the barriers that many of you have faced. And now that equally resolute decision to continue your education despite the challenges that I'm sure still exist. In past years on this occasion, I've talked, and some of you have heard me talk, about some of my friends whose stories of resilience and persistence remind me of yours. And I think about these people all the time because they motivate me every day. For example, Soka. She was orphaned as a child in Cambodia, and she grew up basically scavenging in a garbage dump in order to survive until she talked her way into an education and then eventually to college. Once when I suggested she was taking on way too much, she was a full-time student, she was working a job, and she was about to have a baby. She agreed. She agreed that she was, that it was a lot, but then she stared hard at me and unflinchingly she looked at me and she said, I know I can do impossible things. And she has. She's now an assistant manager in the Hyatt Regency Club in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. She has 2 kids, 2 adorable kids. And then my friend Suma from Nepal. She was an indentured servant from the time she was 6 until she was 12, a slave, really. And she was liberated at 12. And like Soka, she found a way to go to school. Because as she said, with an education, I feel as though I have power. I feel like I can do anything, and I have important things to do. She too is in college now. This year, I want to tell you about my Afghan friend, Shabana. She was 6 years old in 1996 when the Taliban took control of Afghanistan for the first time and made it illegal for girls to go to school there. But because in her family education was so important, Shabana's parents sent her off to a secret school every day, risking their lives and hers. For 6 years, Shabana made her way furtively through the streets of Kabul in order to get to that secret and illegal school. As a result of that courage and commitment, when the Taliban was defeated for the first time, and Shabana was able to go to a regular school, she was one of the very, very few 12-year-old girls in the 6th grade. And she looked around and she quickly realized two things. First, she realized how lucky she was. Then she realized that she must never forget how lucky she was. As a result, Shabana built her first school when she was 16 years, the first school in Afghanistan when she was 16 years old. And then at 18, when she was at college here in the US and recognizing how privileged she was, she co-founded what became the first and only boarding school for girls in Afghanistan, one that especially sought out girls from remote, militant-controlled provinces where there was still no school for girls. When the Taliban came back into power just under 2 years ago, it was clear that girls' education would be banned again. And so Shabana, in the midst of that terrifying chaos, which I'm sure you remember the scenes from the airport in Kabul, in the midst of all of that terror and chaos, Shabana evacuated all 250 members of her school community and moved them to Kigali, Rwanda, where she set up a new campus and where she continues to educate Afghan girls so that one day, when it's possible, they will return as leaders of a new Afghanistan. So my point here is that Shabana, her parents, her students, their families are willing to risk it all for education. Like Soka, they believe that education gives one strength. Like Suma, they believe that education gives one power. And like Shabana, believes education gives one freedom. She often talks about when she was a child and complaining about going to that secret school every day. Her father would scold her, and he would say to her, he would remind her that, as he's put it, they can take everything from you. They can take your home. They can take your money. They can take your family. But the one thing they can never take for you is what's in here, your education. So I tell you these stories, as I mentioned before, for inspiration, and because these women remind me of all of you. How do I know that? Because I'm really lucky I get to read all those applications we were talking about, those nominating packets. And also your essay. So I'd like to share a little bit about what I've learned. And I think you'll see why I see some of each of you in Soka, in Suma, in Shabana's students. And I think you'll see some of yourselves in each other. So I'm going to start with the recipients of the continuation awards. And I'm really glad to see you guys here, Gwath and Melvin. I guess Kosivi hasn't made it yet, but he's not coming. Oh, too bad. So first, Melvin. Last year, Melvin was the recipient of one of the scholarships, and I was blown away by you then. Single father of 3, and now they're really scary ages. We were just talking about that. Going to classes, working, studying at night. And you said then, one thing I know for sure is that my persistence will be inspiring to my children. I know now that when they get older and look at me, they'll say, if my father can do it, so can I. Well, their father is doing it. And now you're finishing up your sophomore year. Do I have that right? Is that? Yeah, that's amazing. So congratulations. And Gwath Al-Gahim, having arrived from the US in Yemen with only a 6th grade education, last year you described your evolution from a village girl who had minimal education to a new college student in America, achieving something you said you thought was unachievable. You know what's very cool? This year, you're no longer a new student. And you're doing what you set out to do, to gain a greater understanding of the world around you. And mostly, I hope you're having a hell of a lot of fun doing it. So I'm going to skip over Kayce because he wasn't able to be here, but he's pretty incredible. I met him in 2015 for the first time. And I'm just going to tell you a little about him because I can't resist. And he had said then that he believed he was destined to make a difference. Now he's studying for his master's and he's planning on his PhD. So talk about inspiration. It's pretty exciting. And now our newbies. Ivan Arriaga. Coming from a poor family, you wrote that you had to scrape and scramble, and that since the age of 14, you've worked a series of dead-end jobs. But with 2 children and no diploma, you wanted more. So you've done it. You've gone and got it. You went to school 4 days a week while working full time, which is really, really hard to do. But you were a home health care aide, which is really, really hard and really, really exhausting. And on top of that, you had to navigate a son's illness. Still, your nominating instructor said you were always among the first to arrive and the last to leave. Eric Benitez. You know, once you start looking, it's really truly appalling how often the elevators in the subway stations are broken, or how many subway stations are still without elevators at all. So your persistence and your determination to get from your home in the Bronx to your classes in Brooklyn is truly stunning. Waking at 4:30 a.m. to get to your GED program at 9 a.m. And those same qualities came to the fore when you confronted cancer while studying for your tests. Your instructor called you one of the most extraordinary human beings I've ever met. Karma Garung. Did I get your last name right? Sort of. You started the program simply, though it's not simple, to get your high school equivalence, you said, or you wrote. In fact, you wrote that I never thought I'll be going to college, but the program inspired you to go further, you said, and realize your lifelong dream of becoming a registered nurse. I now know, having talked to you a little bit, you'll definitely get there. Hamza Khan. I think you and Karma are our youngest recipients this year, and you may be our newest arrival, I think. Landing here from Pakistan just under 2 years ago, is that right? So welcome, first of all. You wrote that you had to drop out of high school in the 10th grade because of COVID, but it seems from what I could read that you certainly have made up for lost time and made up for lost time very, very quickly, overcoming what you describe as self-doubt and anxiety and finding a path to a career in biology. I'm certain, very certain, that you'll make the meaningful contribution to society that you strive for. Thank you for being here. Magdalena Maldonado Ponce. I learned French, not Spanish, sorry. Mexico, Mississippi, New York. And though you're still very young, you seem to have navigated a long and sometimes quite difficult road and done it quite remarkably. And here you are, an education major at the College of Staten Island, having discovered that you love English and you love teaching. You will be able to support your family. You are setting a good example for your children. Life is hard, you wrote, but it's up to us to make a change. Perfect timing. Perfect. You couldn't get better. I think you planned that. An entrance, a dramatic entrance. Hi, Serena. Serena Marcano, who just walked in. A local girl. I'm amazed by how you've remained so focused despite the distractions and challenges, which are sometimes, and you all face them, sometimes just huge. But Serena, you had a good role model, it seems, in your mom, who went from shelter in the Bronx to an apartment in Manhattan to a home she owns in Staten Island, and who told you that anything is possible with hard work and patience, both of which you've shown, even if your adventurous streak and independent mind sometimes got you in a little trouble every now and again. But those same qualities led you to become a photographer, a dancer, and get this guy's a fire eater. And that little run-in with the law, well, that led you to commit to your education. It dawned on me, you wrote, education is power. And I started my journey down the path I was supposed to be on. I would guess so, 16 college credits and a 3.7 GPA. Yeah. Amaryllis Mitchell Best. Yeah, a cheering section here. You need to know something first. I love St. Lucia. I used to spend a lot. I used to spend a lot of time there, jump ups in Gros Soleil, diving down around Anchastanay, hiking through the rainforest and the pitons, chowing down on breadfruit and lamb beef stew and callaloo soup. And Baron's hot sauce, it's still the best, right? It's still the best. And I'm a hot sauce like aficionado. But enough about my love for your island. I'm supposed to be talking about you. Your nominator said that as a freshman studying accounting, Serena has already made a remarkable impact on our campus with her dedication, perseverance, and exceptional academic achievement. Not too shabby a start. It's interesting, though. You said that throughout your life, fear was your biggest obstacle. But then you also said this. At some point in life, without question, this obstacle must be thrown out the window. So I would guess you've done that. First semester, 3.6 GPA, and the dean's list. It's the dean's list. Update. From Habibu Umar. You're another remarkable scholar with a bold and intrepid journey behind you and a hopeful and inspirational journey ahead of you. Your determination is stunning. It amazes me that as an asylum seeker who spent 10 months in detention, you were able to dive headfirst into your education as soon as you were released. And in addition, you were starting all that during COVID while working 2 jobs so you could send money home to your family. So I'm wishing you the very best of luck as you pursue your career in nursing. So as you wrote, I can use what I learned to serve humanity with kindness and love. I mangled that. I'm going to say that again, okay? But that was really important. I can use what I learned to serve humanity with kindness and love. Idusogi Usiagwo. How'd I do? Close? Okay. She says I can call her Idus. Much easier. Idus swept into my GED class like a breath of fresh air. Even on Zoom, Idus' energy radiated through the computer screen. So says your instructor, who also said that you never missed a class, were eager to share with others, and shut down the complainers with eloquent words of wisdom. You wrote about contending with the stigma of being an adult learning what you called an adolescent curriculum, but also you said, it's now the basis of such stigma is the pride in my success today. The patients will be under your care when you become a nurse will be very fortunate indeed. So again, congratulations to all of you. As the recipients of the continuation awards have heard me say before, and you heard before, you've all gone further in school than Peter, for who this award was named, ever did. He was a high school dropout who you might say got away with it. He never got his high school diploma, an equivalency, or a college degree. But, and this is what's so important, Peter never, ever stopped learning. He loved learning. He relished learning. He also fully believed that education is transformational, which is why he loved presenting these awards for so many years. He understood how education gives you power, how it gives you a chance to control your own destiny, how it shapes the future, not only for you, but for your children and for their children. So kudos to all of you. It's truly a privilege to be part of this ceremony today. Your stories are the stories that give the rest of us hope, that make us believe, because you guys are doing it. You're putting in the hard work, the time, the passion, the commitment. You guys are building a better future for you, for your families, for us. You're making our city and our country a much better place. So please keep at it and know that there are many of us who are rooting for you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Kayce. You have been and continue to be a great friend to our high school equivalency program. And we are delighted every year to have you join this ceremony. And in this milestone year, our 20th anniversary, we present you with this book celebrating the Jennings Award.
Thank you.
We're very welcome. It has all of the different award recipients included from the entire period of the awards, which is great. Yes. So now, Alicia, Kayce, and I are going to present the awards to our winners. I forgot. You're noticing a pattern.
This is bad. Sorry. No, it says what all of you guys are going to end up doing, but what past recipients have done. So you'll be in the 30th anniversary.
Yes, or 25th.
Or 25th.
We like doing these big events. So the awards are over here. So the first award is for Yvonne Arriaga.
Yay!
Next, we have Eric Benitez. Thank you. And Karma Guru. Next is Hamza Khan. And Magdalena Maldonado Ponce. And Serena Marcano. Now, across the aisle, Amaryllis Mitchell-Best. To say everything Kayce said about St. Lucia, I was like, why don't I get to have some callaloo soup? I like, when is that happening? Our next award winner is Habibu Umar. And our next winner is Idusogi Usiagu. and two of our three continuing award winners. First, we have Gwath Al-Gahim. And before I call him up, I just want to say one thing that we did not include is that Melvin actually was selected as a student to be posted on the website of a national adult education organization. They were looking for exemplary students from around the country, and they selected Melvin as one of those students. So, Melvin Cruz. So we aren't done yet. In fact, maybe one of the best things is yet to come. I am now very happy to have one of our scholarship winners come up and share some remarks. So please join me in welcoming Idusoga Yusyagu to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to say thank you to the Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic Effectiveness and Innovation, Mrs. Alicia Averu, City University of New York, faculty and staff of the Office of Academic Affairs, and the Adult Literacy Programs of CUNY, Ms. Kayce Freed Jennings, and the Peter Jennings Scholarship Laurel Awards Committee, all other guests, dignitaries present, and fellow students recipients of the 2023 awards. I welcome you with respectful appreciation. This year, 9 students across the multiple CUNY, like you heard, have emerged winners of the scholarship award. They are in alphabetical order: Yvonne Arriaga, Eric Benitez, Karma Gurung, Hamza Khan, Magdalena Maldonado Pons, Serena Makano, Amarilis Michelle Best, Habibu Umar, and myself, Idusogi Usiagu. 2 of us are from Brooklyn College, 2 from LaGuardia Community College, and 1 each from Borough of Manhattan Community College, Bronx Community College, College of Staten Island, Lehman College, and Medgar Evers College. Also, there are 3 continuation award students in addition to the 9 new scholarship winners of 2023. They are Maglo Kosivi from York, who received this award back in 2015. Al-Gahim Goth from Brooklyn College, who received this award in 2022. And Cruz Melvin from College of Staten Island, who also received this award in 2022. To my fellow awardees, I say congratulations to all of you. I am proud to be one of you. Previously, I dropped out of high school due to complications and for multiple reasons from the background in which I was raised. As a child of separated parents, my father got custody of me because in a typical Nigerian setting, it's a man's word. Where child custody is assigned to the father. My father was still too young to take care of me, so my paternal grandmother took over and raised me. However, as my grandmother did not have any formal education, it was easy to get trapped in lonesome contexts. For example, my greatest discouragement was a teacher for whom beating and punishment was her specialty. She always picked on me, but I dared not report my teacher's corporal punishment to my grandma. I subsequently lost self-confidence and enthusiasm for education. Because if your teacher could beat you up in school for reasons best known to them, then it was a lost cause. My dilemma was further complicated because my grandma would also hit me for reporting that a teacher actually beat me up in school. As you may imagine, that was a challenging time in life. Although I got to high school, my grades were constantly diminishing until I just dropped out. Fast forward several years to 2022, a new country, a new life. This is where I started over. CUNY Brooklyn College provided a GED platform for me. The success story of that opportunity is what I celebrate here today as I continue my path to my childhood dream of nursing studies. The CUNY High School Equivalency Preparation Program has made this possible. I am deeply grateful to the program director, Ms. Carla Mola, and my tutors, Mrs. Alexis Morales. Mr. John, thank you. I am now a Black Male Initiative mentor, investing my time and energy to work peacefully with others to help guide them as they move towards their own goals. Additionally, I'm a freshman at Kingsborough Community College, where I am completing my pre-medical studies and one step closer to becoming a nurse. Once again, I must thank Ms. Kayce Freed Jennings, widow of Peter Jennings, and the Scholarship Laurel Awards Committee for continually providing this opportunity for a previously interrupted educational pathway. As a new immigrant and a parent juggling more than one job, this is highly appreciated. May all the recipients reach for the stars and achieve their dreams. Thank you, Edith.
That was wonderful. Thank you. So I want to let you all know where each of our award winners will be or is already attending college. So Yvonne did her GED prep program at Lehman, and she is attending Lehman. Also really love, Yvonne, that you are so like supportive of yourself. People are usually so shy, but I'm like getting so much good energy from you. It's excellent. It's so wonderful. Like that's exactly right. I love that. So I'm going to read just the beginning part of the nomination bio that we had for you. Your teacher, Javi Buchanan, said that you are without a doubt among the most resilient students that he's taught, which is a beautiful quality to have. And you said that you decided you wanted to move up in the world, you enrolled at Lehman, and now you have completed that program, and you are going to be a student at Lehman, which is wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Eric Benitez attended the HSC prep program at Brooklyn College and is now going to be a student at Queensborough Community College. One of the things that Eric said in his application, he said that a disability doesn't define me as a person or prevent me from achieving my goals in life. And that's a wonderful way to move through the world. So congratulations. Karma Gurung attended the HSC program at LaGuardia Community College and is attending LaGuardia Community College. Yes, we should clap for Karma. We should clap for everyone. She said that it was her dream to become a nurse when she was very young. And so now she will be pursuing her dream at LaGuardia. Our next winner, Hamza Khan, attended the HSC program at LaGuardia Community College and will be attending LaGuardia Community College. Your teacher wrote about you that you entered the program as a very quiet student, but soon began to participate fully, asking for extra assignments and signing up for an optional class where you were extremely helpful to your peers. So already you have learned how to work in a group, how to support other people as you're moving toward your own goal. I think that's a wonderful thing to bring into your college career. So congratulations. Then we have Magdalena Maldonado Ponce, who attended the prep program at the College of Staten Island and is now going to be attending the College of Staten Island. You said in your application that your parents didn't seem to understand your various struggles and that made you lose interest in school. But it's clear, because of the work that you've done to be here today, that you refound that interest in education and you've rekindled that desire to move forward. So congratulations. Serena Marcano, I will admit I am super distracted by the fire eating. I wish we could see an example. It would be the most amazing thing ever. Maybe next time. So Serena attended the prep program at Borough of Manhattan Community College and is attending Borough of Manhattan Community College. She said that, and Kayce also noticed this, that education is power. And I love that you have that understanding of what education can change in your life. I think the more people who come to that realization, the more folks we'll see in our programs, the more folks we'll see coming to CUNY, because it really is so much power. So congratulations. Amaryllis Mitchell-Best, who attended the HSC program at Medgar Evers College and will be attending Medgar Evers College, is already attending. She's been on the dean's list twice. So I love that idea of throwing your obstacles out the window, the very physical visual image of taking a thing that is in your way and throwing it out of your way is really powerful. Being able to visualize something like that will really help you as you push yourself forward. Congratulations. Our next winner, Habiba Umar, who attended the HSC program at Bronx Community College and is attending Bronx Community College. I know that you are planning to study to be a nurse, that you're going to use the things that you have learned just in your life to help you be a better nurse to the patients that you see. And Idusogi and I were talking earlier before the ceremony about the difference that nurses make in patients' lives. Yes, our doctors are important, but the real human connection is with the nurses. They know us the best. They understand what's going on with us better because they spend more time. So that you're already walking into that profession with this idea of how you need to approach people with kindness is beautiful. Congratulations. And our final new award recipient is Idusogi Usiagu. Idusogi attended the prep program at Brooklyn College and is attending Kingsborough Community College. And we know that Idusogi wants to go into nursing, which I think I've known you for about 4 seconds, but I can already tell that you are bringing just a really wonderful approach to interacting with other people and looking at people as whole people, not just, oh, there's this one thing wrong with you, but who are you as the person? And I think that's wonderful. Congratulations. Our continuation award recipient number 1, Gwath Al-Gahim, who had attended the HSC program also at Brooklyn College and is now at Kingsborough Community College. And I am very happy. I'm happy for all the things that everyone is studying, but I have to say I was really happy when I read your bio, Gwath, that you are a liberal arts major, because I was a liberal arts major, so I feel like some connection. And when I was a high school teacher, my students would be like, why would you study liberal arts? It's like so that you can know all these things and so that you can make a bunch of different kinds of choices in terms of where you want to go next. So good luck to you. And the final of our present continuing award winners is Melvin Cruz, who attended the HSC prep program at the College of Staten Island and is attending the College of Staten Island. And, Melvin said in his application that he knew when he started college that he wanted to do something different than the kind of work that he was doing at the time. He's clearly already very much on that path to doing something different. So congratulations, Melvin. I want to thank Kayce for her time, for her remarks, for her friendship with our programs. I want to thank Alicia for being here today and for all the wonderful things that you said. I want to thank everyone who has come today to support our award winners. And I want to thank all of you for all the hard work that you've done to get here and to propel yourself onto the next step. Thank you all. And now you can have some more refreshments and hug each other and whatever the next thing is that you're going to be doing. And yes, our winners should come together for a group photograph. Yes.
Can't wait to get on the side.
Try to navigate. Oh, you're right. You know what? I can do that fine. Okay.